Alright, you magnificent gits. Scotty McG here, your grumpy Yorkshireman with a PhD in gaming strategy. Ever feel like throttling the life out of those whining about abilities in XDefiant? Yeah, me too. Today we're diving into why these muppets think the game would be better without abilities. Spoiler, they're wrong, and I'm here to set them straight. But before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe and all that bollocks, it helps the channel grow. Seriously, it's least you can do while I'm here tearing apart the delusions of these so-called gamers. Right then, let's get stuck in, shall we? Right, let's kick off with biggest complaint. Abilities ruin game. Now I've seen this pop up more times than I've had pints in local. Classic abilities make game feel like a low-calorie hero shooter argument. Seriously? Let me tell you why that's a load of bollocks. First off, abilities in XDefiant aren't just about chucking random crap at your enemies and hoping for the best. It's about strategy, timing, and knowing when to pull trigger. Think that spider bot's just a nuisance? Nah mate, it's about controlling space, flushing out campers and giving your team upper hand. See, a perfectly timed firebomb that forces enemy out of cover turning tide of battle, low skill my ass. If you can't handle a bit of tactical depth, maybe it's time to hang up controller and stick to something simpler like Tetris. And for those saying abilities make it all RNG, that's rich. If 30% of your deaths are to unavoidable garbage, I've got news for you. It's not game, it's you. Learn counters. Adapt your playstyle. It's not rock, paper, scissors, it's chess with bullets. And you're still trying to figure out how pawns move. Now let's tackle next gem from Peanut Gallery. Without abilities, more people would play. Really? Are we that desperate for friends we'd strip down game to bare bones just to increase player count? Nah mate, this game into popularity contest. It's about creating rich, engaging experience. And if you can't appreciate that, well maybe you're a problem. Here's the thing. Abilities add layers to gameplay. They create those oh shit moments that get your heart racing and your palms sweaty. Strip that away and what are you left with? Another bland shooter indistinguishable from rest at pack. Might as well go back to playing Pong. And let's be real, if your strategy is let's make it basic as possible to attract more players, you've already lost. Gamers today, we want depth, complexity, a reason to keep coming back. And that's what abilities gears. It's not about hand-holding. It's about pushing you to think, to adapt, evolve. You want easy? Go play Call of Duty. Without abilities, you lose those epic comeback moments, those clutch plays that make you jump out your seat. You take away essence of what makes XDefiant, well, XDefiant. So to all naysayers who think removing abilities will save game, grow a spine, learn mechanics and stop crying for training wheels to be put back on. Alright, here's another brilliant observation. Game is having an existential crisis trying to be both COD and a hero shooter. Well, congratulations. You've just discovered beauty of hybrid design. But let's break it down for you, nice and slow. XDefiant isn't about mimicking Call of Duty or Overwatch. It's about carving its own bloody path. You got factions with distinct styles and abilities that blend traditional shooter mechanics with tactical depth. It's like a fine whiskey, a blend of flavours that come together to create something unique. You don't water it down because some lightweight can't handle taste. And calling it an existential crisis? Come on mate. That's just lazy thinking. XDefiant is experimenting, pushing boundaries and trying to deliver something fresh. If you can't see that, you're either blind or just stuck in past. Games evolve, and so should you. Game's not confused about what it wants to be. It's offering variety, different mods, different playstyles all under one roof. It's a bloody smorgasbord for gamers who want a bit of everything. You think it's easy balancing that? It's like juggling chainsaws while riding a unicycle. It takes skill, vision, and a fair bit of madness. And that's exactly what makes it brilliant. So to all armchair developers out there, whinging about identity and direction, give your heads a wobble. Appreciate ambition, innovation, guts it takes to break mould. If you want same old, there's plenty of that out there. But if you're here for something bold, something daring, you're in the right place. Next piece of drivel, I'd come back for a no abilities mod. Ah, the old let's strip it all back approach. Look, I get it, nostalgia's a hell of a drug, but let's have a reality check here. A no abilities mod, sure. Might get a temporary spike in players, but it'll be as fleeting as a fart in a hurricane. Magic of XDefiant lies in its chaos, its unpredictability, its blend of tactical and reflexive gameplay. Take away abilities, you strip away a core element of what makes game exciting and different. Think about it. Without abilities, you're left with just another shooter. Do we really need another cookie cutter FPS? We've got more than enough of those. What XDefiant offers is a chance to think on your feet, to use your brain as well as your trigger finger. You want a game where all you do is run and gun? There's plenty out there, but that's not what this is about. Abilities add depth, layers, a whole new dimension to gameplay. That's spicing stew, kicking your coffee. Without them, it's just bland and uninspired. It's the difference between chef's special and microwave meal. You really want to go back to reheated leftovers? And for those pining for bare bones playlists, why? Prove a point? To relive good old days? Nostalgia's a tricky thing, but it often glosses over the fact that we've moved on for a reason. Games evolve because players evolve, adapt or get left behind. Just look at Modern Warfare 3 for proof of that. So here's a thought. Instead of crying for a mod that guts game, how about you learn to master what's there? Embrace chaos, strategy, sheer unpredictability of it all. That's where real fun lies. Not in some sanitised, stripped-down version that panders to the lowest common denominator. So folks, that's gripes, moans, downright daft ideas all laid to bear. Abilities aren't problem, they're what make XDefiant stand out into its sameness. So next time you feel urged to whinge about them, take a good hard look in the mirror and ask yourself if it's really game or if maybe, just maybe, it's you who needs to step up. But hey, that's just my 2 cents. Agree, disagree, I couldn't care less. What matters is we keep conversation going, keep pushing each other to be better, smarter, and more adaptable gamers. So smash that like button, hit subscribe, and leave a comment below with your thoughts and gaming stories. I might just feature them on channel. I'll see you next time, you magnificent